Good morning from the ridge.
Good morning.
It's raining.
Yeah.
But it's a good rain. Why? Because it forces us to not have to work today outside.
No, I was trying to figure it out. It's been a hot minute since we actually got rain, though.
Yeah, normally I'm like, oh, it's raining.
Yeah.
But today I'm like, okay. Okay. I'll gladly take the break. I mean, not a break from working. I don't really have time to, lounge. Maybe we will a little bit, but I got stuff to do. I have videos to edit.
Got a movie to make, and we got to get stuff around. We got our live tonight.
It's Thursday.
It's Thursday.
It's Thursday, y'all. Where did the week go?
I working and other stuff and.
But we got so much done yesterday.
Yeah.
It looks amazing. So much so that now we're at another stopping point because we can't go any further because we have to do the subfloor and decide on what we're going to do, and we have to mill some more lumber and so much stuff.
It'll be a back and forth.
Are you looking at me because I spilled some beans?
No, I just I was waiting to see if you made a final decision, because we've been talking about, I mean, there's multiple ways we can put down the subfloor. Go with the plywood, go with OSB, mill our own lumber.
Well, let's ask these guys, because these guys get everything. They get the beans, they get it all. So we have a couple different options, right? So we can either mill the subfloor out of, what would we say, 1 inch?
Yeah, it'd be 1 inch. Trying to do, ideally I'd like to do it in one layer.
But that would mean planing every board that we cut or that we milled, as well as sanding every board. I mean, I love that thought. And so that would be something that I would absolutely love to do for the log cabin, so that it's that authentic, rustic. Maya, honey. She wants our attention.
Lay down. Do you want outside? I think she had to go. She's so funny, y'all. Jenna lets her out of the camper up there. Like, Jenna had to go to work this morning, and she'll let Maya out to go potty, but Maya won't even go potty. She just beelines for the house here, and
wants lovin's.
Yeah, so she'll come down, get her lovin's,
get her breakfast,
and then she's like, okay, now I need to go to the bathroom.
So anyway, yeah, back to the floor. Would be something that I would love to do in a log cabin.
Yeah.
But this is basically a glorified shed studio cabin. So it's not like we're going for anything authentic here, other than the fact that we wanted to mill it on our own. So there'd be a lot of work with that choice, but it would be a cool choice. But I would also be concerned about any shrinkage, because we know that we're going to have shrinkage. We know we will.
And that's an understandable expectation. I actually have a moisture meter, and I'd be interested to check some of the boards to see how much moisture is in them because of the shrinkage. So then, if you end up with big gaps in your floor, but this stuff has been sitting for a couple years, it might be.
It doesn't seem very wet at all. So.
Yeah, it might be drier than we think, but it's a multi-step process of milling it and then planing it and then sanding the spots that need to be sanded,
then staining it, then polyurethaning it.
Yeah,
super cool option, super beautiful. Definitely I would like that. The other option is to go with an OSB subfloor that's made for that. Probably end up having to spend a little extra because we would want the weather resistant kind. You never know when it's going to rain, and I don't want to ruin our subfloors before we get it under cover.
Right.
So there's that option.
Which that would end up getting covered by
another top floor.
We would have to buy another type of finished flooring.
So we would be incurring the cost of... Where are you going? Oh, Charlie's eating Maya's food.
They were both in it.
Oh, I tell you, these cats. So yeah, anyways, we would still need a top surface flooring, a laminate or linoleum, or we don't know. Or another option that we thought about was to do a plywood, a nicer grade plywood, as the subfloor, but also stain it and poly it so that it's also our final finished floor. So we'd be killing two birds with one stone. It's a definite viable option. It's not a living space, so it's not like it's a bedroom. And I like that look. It's still real wood, and it would be able to be stained to any color that I choose, and hopefully would have some longevity with it. There's, I don't know, it's comparable to the OSB tongue and groove flooring stuff. He's having a difficult time over there. He must have spilled it all. So those are our options. And there's one moment in the build where I'm like, oh, I'd really, really love to have the plank flooring. Y'all know I wanted it for inside the cabin, but for cleaning purposes and the mud and everything else. So there's that. But yeah, so what do you guys think? Leave it in the comments. Tell us what you think we should do. I mean, clearly our goal was to mill as much as we could of the studio build. So do we trade one for the other? We knew we were going to have an expense in the building, but I tell you what, for the amount of 2x6s that we've gone through, I bet we've saved over $1,200, $1,500 at this stage.
Yeah.
Just in lumber alone. So.
And that's where our dilemma, honestly, guys, has been, is we want the studio built as much out of milled lumber that we're not buying or materials as we can. And, you know, but it's one of those too, like we've talked with others, that time is money in that aspect also.
Yeah.
And if it's going to take us 3 times longer, even though it's the floor style we really think we want and we want to try it, but yeah, it's, you almost have to weigh your time versus what it's going to cost, because, like, I don't know, well, I won't put exactly what I like because I don't want to make it biased on the votes, but
yeah.
And you put another thing out, kind of changing subject, but before I forget about it, you put another poll or questions.
I did. I actually put it on our Facebook page as well as our main channel over at White Rock Homestead. We are letting all you guys name the baby goats. So what we're going to do and how we're going to do that is I'm taking all the submissions and we'll narrow it down to 3 different options. And then we'll do it in a poll amongst the members. So the members will get the final say and it'll go by vote. And I think that that's just an awesome plan.
Yeah.
I can't spill the beans yet on some of it, but we may already have someone that wants one of the little baby boys. So more to come on that. Stay tuned for that. But yeah, so if you go over there and give us your opinion, I'm seeing a lot of really awesome names.
Yeah.
You know, and but a lot of people too have asked to, they want to see a video on the babies because personality has a lot to do with naming them. So I thought maybe tomorrow morning, if it's not raining, we can get some videos of the babies. Maybe I'll stick it in a short or something, and that way people can also see their personalities because they are. And I was so happy this morning when we went out to do chores. All the mama goats were waiting for us and greeted us, which is a far cry from before where they would just take off and run into the goat mansion and hang out in there until we were done. And I almost had Ellie Mae eat it out of my hand. Almost. So I think I see some positivity.
Yeah, and we knew there was going to be a transition, you know, kind of like we talked about, I think yesterday even, was, you know, moving them. So it's a new place, new people, new shelter, new food.
Well, they're loving the new food too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so,
very promising. Very promising.
Yeah, it's working out really well, and hopefully it's going to work out the way that we had wanted. There's still the one mama goat, which I guess she's still pregnant,
Dandy.
so not technically. She's Ellie Mae's daughter, and she stays right next to Ellie all the time. But she wants nothing to do like human,
No.
like she'll run. So she may be one that, I don't know, if we at least keep her around for breeding purposes.
I mean, Ellie Mae is definitely the alpha female in the group. And then probably Dolly. And then Dandy.
Yeah.
But they are just so cute. We're really enjoying them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna be excited to finally name the babies and kind of learn their just you could watch them for hours. They get jumping around and playing around and stuff
and
like that.
And we've wanted to, but we've been hitting it so hard on the studio build, and we've made a lot of progress. So I'm excited for Saturday's video.
Me too.
Yes.
I'm excited for y'all to see the amount of work we got done. I mean, and some of you may look at it and be like, well, that's really not a lot. But knowing that we had to mill it and then, all the cuts and, it's a huge step for us. The foundation, literally.
Yeah.
Of the building.
It's so cool.
And then we did start yesterday, Jake and I. So we worked on the studio.
Till we couldn't.
And then Jake and I actually did start working on his truck and getting that at least tore down so we can 100% make sure, what we think is the problem is the problem.
You must see two happy men having them come in and needing to wash their hands and their hands being covered in grease. I mean, they weren't even upset about it. They were just like, glad to have the grease back on my hands.
Man lotion.
Yeah. And yeah, you guys got a lot done.
We did. I started to film some of it. So I think, like we said, we're going to try to put a video of it out, I think. I mean, we don't typically do the automotive stuff. Not on film anyways, but I mean, it is stuff that we do around here. So
yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how well that one comes out and goes. But, it was good to wrench. And we knew we needed to get quite a bit done because of the weather coming in. And we do have an awning thing that we could fix and put up and try to get it under some shelter. But, I don't know. Today I think is going to be a day. Which isn't bad. I mean, we need that, and we know a lot of you have been telling us that, and but we also have our own deadlines, and we know like meetups and stuff are coming up and things, we need to go.
Oh, and we got my dad's surgical date, and so April 15th is his surgery, so that week before we probably will be heading back to Tennessee. So a much needed trip back to reconnect with my family, as well as to take care of my dad for his surgery. So we're going to be traveling fools here for a while.
Yeah, because
so
that
that's another reason we're trying to hit it hard.
Yeah, because if that's the case, then we'll end up going to Tennessee, and more than likely we'll be able to swing here home for maybe a day or two if we time it right, and then go straight over to 10 Killer meetup. So
yeah.
But that's fine. I mean, like, we love traveling. We really do. And
it's going to put us under a time crunch for sure, but I have to be there for my dad.
Yeah.
So it's a no ifs, ands, or buts. So whatever that brings, that will determine how.
And we've been trying to work out the schedule, I guess, of when to get over there. We honestly thought we would have already been over and visited by now. That was the original plan. And then, as things change, right?
Gotta be fluid.
Yeah. And so, and this just happens to work out that at least now, because we haven't already gone over there, not that we wouldn't go back multiple times, but at least now it's kind of a two birds, one stone. We get to go see the family, but then also be able to help your dad with the surgery and that kind of stuff. So, it'll be awesome.
We try to bounce the visits back and forth between Tennessee and Michigan. not that we're trying to keep it fair, because it's never fair in this kind of situation. You know, you're always away from family, period. But yeah, we do try to bounce it. We know we'll be back there in July. So that's our saving grace, knowing that we will be there in July. So even if we can't get it done before, then we know that it's still something that's a viable option. So, but we've got a lot to get done here on the homestead to get ready for all of these times that we're going to be gone. We have to get the water irrigation system hooked back up and set. Oh, y'all, I ain't even going to go through the list because it's a lot. It's a lot.
You know,
we just keep going. My slobbered on me.
Every little bit is one more, you know, closer to, you know, our goal or goals, however you want to look at it. And so, yeah, it's more us than anything else.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah, and we have to remind ourselves, especially some days where, hey, you're not 20, you can't just keep run. And
I know. We both come down the stairs like old people.
Yeah.
Every morning it's like, oh, what hurts on you today, baby?
All of it.
All of it.
So, but we're still blessed to be able to.
And it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to know that you're hurting because you're working. It's no different than whether we went to the gym every day. Honestly, we're probably getting more and more.
Yeah, well, it's a more versatile here, you know, as to where the gym, you typically pick a day of, hey, it's leg day, it's chest day, it's arm day, it's back day, whatever. As to where here, it's like, it's an everything day. Yeah. You're going to use all of them.
Because we lift weights.
Yeah.
We carry I was helping carry, we carry 4 2x6s yesterday.
Yeah.
And they were over 12 foot long.
Well, so, yeah, because those ones were, like, a lot of them were the 16-footers.
Yeah, the 16-footers.
Which worked out in the long run because then that was able to give us the other pieces we needed to finish.
Right.
So, yeah, I just keep looking at the sky, but I'm waiting for it to really come down. It's just been kind of easy rain this morning.
I think it's coming down pretty good, yeah, but I was happy to be blessed with the rain today because we've been watching the weather and waiting for a rain day. Not waiting for a rain day, but trying to make good use of the good days so that we can.
Yeah, because I think even last year, like this time of year, has
even more.
Right. We were lucky to go 3 days without rain. Yeah. You know, if it was 3 days in a row, we were like, oh my gosh, what's going on? So, trying to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
You know, you work on your outdoor projects and then based on the weather and so.
I am ready. Oh, I ought to take you guys for a tour in the greenhouse. I need to do that. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow and get some footage from the greenhouse because I have plants that are ready to up pot already and I'm excited. By next week, we should be eating salads again out of the lettuce. And, you know, I take care of it every day, but I don't film it every day because I do it while we're doing morning chores as well.
Yeah.
So it's not something that I've put on camera a lot, even though I need to. It's part of homesteading. It's just here lately. It's
a lot of times we get out there and we're almost like zombie walking, doing chores just to get them done. You know, it's early and you know that's the first thing. Like we do it the proper order of hey, we go out, we take care of the animals, we get all the chores done, then we come in and have breakfast and that kind of stuff. So
yeah, and after we quit working yesterday and the guys went to go work on the truck. I went ahead and I did site cleanup and then I baked bread because we were out of bread.
Oh,
and
it's so delicious.
It is, but I had to. So one of the questions to the last bread video was, could you half the recipe? You know, cut it in half. And I'm here to tell you, yes, you can. But the reason I had to do it was because I was out of flour. I thought for sure I had another like 10 pound or 8 pound. I don't know what. I thought I had another big thing, but I didn't. It was sugar. So I did dip into my bread flour, which I know I hoard that for my really good bread, where I'm making it for other people. because I'll just use all-purpose flour for ours, but we're out. So did you add that to the list?
I think I did.
Okay, just making sure. So you can have it. Although yesterday,
Yep.
I think my water was too warm. I need to look at getting a better thermometer than my candy thermometer, because I don't think it's as accurate at those low temps as it should have been. And I think maybe my water was too hot and I maybe killed off some of the yeast, maybe. I'm not sure. So I didn't get the rise that I normally do, but it didn't matter. It is still really good. And I made us breakfast sandwiches for breakfast this morning. It toasted like a dream. Oh, it was so good. It was yummy.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Yep.
So, and I'm never mad at the homemade bread and anything homemade. I mean, I think that's one of the things that I definitely appreciate about the way that we live now is, you know, as much as we can possibly do, or she's, you know, has the energy and ambition of making everything homemade. And, you know, we still haven't scaled down our cooking, like...
Still have tons of leftovers.
Yeah, and which is good because, like, yesterday where, you know, you work, and a lot of times we're like, oh, man, it'll be 2 or 3 o'clock, and we realize, wait, we missed lunch, you know, because we're getting hungry, but then it's like, well...
If we stop to eat, then progress stops.
Yeah, and then... But then dinner time rolls around, and you're like, well, I'm still kind of full from lunch, and... You know, so you go back and forth, but having the extra leftovers is awesome for an easy warm-up of a lunch or, you know, a late dinner or something like that.
You know, I made, 2 nights ago, I made homemade chicken noodle soup. And I couldn't believe it, but I'm out of noodles. I used up our last 2 bags of noodles. I thought I made a gigantuous amount of noodles. Oh! That reminds me, I had a dream last night, and I think that it's a brilliant idea.
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh, you guys. It came to me in a dream, and I kid you not, I believe it is going to be amazing. So when we were snowbirding, we actually bought this expandable clothes dryer rack. Right? So it's on a tower and it lifts out it has got 2 layers of like the umbrella arms that lift out. Why can't I use that to dry my noodles? Because I don't have a place. I mean, I have the island, but when I make noodles, I make a bunch of noodles. But how cool would that be? I can use that and it's more like a tower and I can dry my noodles on that.
Okay.
It worked in the dream. And I woke up going, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have a pasta stand, but like one little batch of pasta and it's going to be full.
The only thing I see is with our lovely cats thinking that it's strings hanging down and wanting to bat at it. But we have to watch them when we have food going on in the kitchen anyways.
You walk away, no.
Yeah, so...
But I don't know.
I'm not mad at the idea.
No, I think it's a brilliant idea.
Right.
I'm excited to try it.
Use what you got.
Of course, I'll bleach it down and clean it and make sure. Oh, it's the coffee maker. I was like, what is that noise? You know, make sure it's sanitized for, you know, food. But I just think it's a brilliant idea. And I could even, I can expand on that. I can actually use hangers too. And that will like quadruple my space for noodles. I got a plan, y'all.
You might have lost me at the hangers, but...
No, I mean, it's...
I know what you're talking about, but that just seems excessive.
Have you seen me make noodles? It's excessive. All right, well, we better get off here, guys. I've got to, as Mel says, jump in the matrix. And because I've got food videos that are in the bank that I need to get edited and put out. I want to get started on Saturday's video. I got a lot of editing to do, so you get the day off. You can just chill.
I'm not mad at it at this point. Yesterday, I was honestly on the verge. I could feel it a couple times where I was like, yeah, I better take it easy.
Yeah, but we just, you know, I'm excited now. Make noodles and try out my dream idea that came to me in a dream.
Adapt and overcome, y'all.
That's right.
Every
All right.
chance you get.
Have
So
a beautiful day, you guys.
enjoy
We'll
your
see you
day.
later.
We'll see you.
Bye.